things could get.
You don't want to end up like this. It ain't no fun, honey. Pizza time!
The parallels are clear to see.
Boy, don't that look good. I would take my kids to a fast food place, order them French fries, cheeseburger, or pizza, or something in this line that I didn't have to cook. Because believe me, as the years went on, I got lazy. Being fat makes you tired, miserable. The more fat I put on, the lazier I got. I love you. Now that I'm so big and my health is so bad, now I gotta depend on somebody, and it's so hard.
Diana has to rely on a carer to help her with the things that most of us take for granted.
Do you have a shower every day?
Depends. Some days I do and some days I don't.
Some days she has breathing problems that she cannot get in the shower.
Yeah.
As well as breathing problems and diabetes, obesity brings with it some more unexpected side effects.
I had a hysterectomy and my hormones were off. And I asked the doctor, and he said the heavier you get, the more male comes out in you. I have a man's beard. I hate this. I do it with my eyes closed, because someday the diabetes will take my eyes from me.
It was really shocking today seeing Diana take a shower. To think that my children one day might have to do that for me was really scary.
This is the hardest part of all.
This is where she'll probably have to put her oxygen back on.
Yeah, no problem. Okay.
So this ain't no fun.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Done?
I'm done. I've got too many ailments. So, my days are over.
Diana's health problems are endless, and today she has an appointment with one of the 6 doctors she's under.
Diana, we got the x-ray of your left hip, and definitely it shows that you have a lot of arthritis in it. You probably know why you have a lot of arthritis, okay? Because 2 things, the weight, you're putting a lot of stress on these joints.
I know.
And you're not moving that much. As you know, Diana, it's a cycle that is going to keep getting worse.
If the doctor told me what he told Diana today, I'd be devastated. To think that I've got that much arthritis just because of my weight, and that I've got to live my life in that much pain.
If we lose a little bit of weight, I can inject that joint, okay?
Okay.
But you need to understand, okay, it is going to get worse, and you might end up with a hip replacement even for that.
I know.
Okay?
I don't want any of that. I don't.
The fear is that she gains more weight, her pain gets worse, her diabetes, her blood sugar gets worse, and her lung condition gets worse. Her lifespan is going to be shorter, definitely.
Dr. Christian has arrived in Ohio to check that the message is hitting home for Joe.
Diana, unlike Joe, does have a huge list of health problems as a result of her weight, and all of these are actually avoidable if you keep your weight within a healthy range.
I thank you for this food. Amen.
Amen.
Hello. How are you?
This gentleman says he knows you.
Hello. How are you? I thought I'd come and surprise you here in the middle of your lunch. Hi, how are you? Diana. Hi. I'm Christian.
Hello, Christian.
Nice to meet you.
Dr. Christian wants to see how much medication it takes to keep Diana ticking over.
That is a lot of pills. How many?
I'd say about 25 pills a day.
Oh, wow, okay. That is not something we use very much in England. That's a really, really strong painkiller, oxycodone. What do you take that for?
For my back, I have bulging disc disease. There's no surgery. I'm heavy. So therefore, all they can do is keep me comfortable.
Someone in Diana's situation with her size and her breathing problems is such a big anesthetic risk and a surgical risk. So this is another painkiller. Diabetes, when you've got high blood sugars, the sugar can really damage the nerves, affect the nerves in your feet, and it's very unpleasant, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
I mean, we've then got some blood pressure tablets. Your cholesterol's up. This is what this pill's for, to try and keep that down. You've got drugs to try and thin your blood a little bit so you don't get clots and strokes and heart attacks. What else? We've got pills for your acid. Do you get a bit of heartburn and acid reflux?
When you lay down, it comes up in your throat and it'll take your breath away.
Yeah. Guess why you get that?
Why?
Because of weight. I mean, not everything here is just because of her weight, but I would say most of it is, and probably all of it is in some way made worse because of her weight.
Yeah. I could have prevented this years ago. But no, I was too stubborn. I was young and dumb. Now look what it's got me. Just to get out with the fresh air and...
Is that what you miss
Yeah.
most in life? Is just getting outside?
Yeah.
Such a simple thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Dr. Christian's keen to hear what Joe thinks of Diana's situation.
She doesn't have much of a life, does she?
She doesn't have any life. It's quite sad.
How do you feel about being the weight that you are?
Unhappy. Because I don't feel motivated anymore.
I would suggest to you that your eating probably stems from emotional issues. I think you use food as comfort.
Yeah.
You're not eating it because you're hungry. And I also want you to have a little think about your mood and your state of mind at the moment, because I think you are a bit down, and I think your self-esteem is not great. And I want to boost that up for you. Because the trouble is, if you are a bit down, then you don't really care about doing stuff and changing stuff, you know? And I want you to. And I don't think you're happy with your weight, are you? At all. You know that if you can lose the weight, you're going to be a whole load happier.
Yeah.
It is going to require some hard work, but hey, you're looking after 3 kids.
I'll have 3 happy children at the end of it, though.
I really hope meeting Diana has now given Jo the motivation that she needs, so that when she gets back to London and into my feeding clinic, she gives it 100%.
I'd like to say a very big thank you, Diana, for inspiring me and motivating me to change my life.
And thank you for listening.
Goodbye and good luck, and I hope you feel better.
Good luck to you.
Back in the UK, it's time for our duo to check into the feeding clinic for a 48-hour mini break, full board. But this ain't no holiday. Dr. Christian hopes that seeing each other struggle with their terrible diets will help Jo and Emma realise what's got them to this point.
You're definitely not just a fussy eater. Your eating habits have clearly come from somewhere. This idea of control has stemmed from behaviours that you've sort of started up probably when you were a lot younger. And I really want you to have a think about what on earth these might be, because if we can start to work out what they are, then we can start to change them.
I've always been really thin and really skinny. Never ever had an appetite. Find it fearful being full. I can't really tell the difference between feeling full and feeling sick.
If you carry on like this, you will carry on losing weight. And how long are you going to be able to keep that up for, do you think?
Not very long at all.
Not very long at all. Your diet is so restricted. I mean, your iron intake is critically low. It's terrible. And I suspect you're probably not really having periods anymore, are you?
No.
Not at all?
No.
The only way your body can maintain its iron levels is to stop down things like periods. That means essentially you're infertile at the moment. Okay? If you start eating, these things will come back. But it's a warning sign. When you were in America, we talked a little bit about sort of where these eating habits might have come from. Have you thought a bit about whether you sort of turned to food for comfort?
I think I do, and I've got this obsession of overfilling my cupboards and fridge, because it weren't there when I was younger. I tend to do it now. I think I'm just scared the cupboards are going to run empty, but no, they're not going to.
They're not going to, are they?
No.
For the next 2 days, Jo's going to have to get used to an empty cupboard as she takes on Emma's almost non-existent diet. It's breakfast.
Hang on, there's some more.
Cereal, 3 slices of toast, chocolate and a cup of coffee. Versus nothing.
What do you think?
There's a lot of it.
I love my breakfast.
Oh, God. Oh, I don't know where to start. I'm not going to have that bit. I'll have some toast, I think. Is it just buttered toast?
Yeah.
Got breakfast, lunch and dinner here, I think.
So, as long as you try.
I normally wouldn't have cereal with milk.
Would you not?
Because I've got a bit of a problem with dry food going soggy and things like that, so...
So you should have ate that first, really.
The toast is, like, a bit soggy as well. I felt really bad for Jo. I felt a bit ashamed of myself. Just sat there watching me eat my breakfast and she didn't have anything. I felt really bad for her.
You finding it hard?
I'm almost at the soggy layer. I can see the milk. I can't eat any more of those.
It's better than nothing, I suppose.
Oh, that's far too sweet this early. I think I'm going to stop there, just so I don't get to that full feeling that I don't like. So I'm done. I'm not really eating a lot, am I?
Not really.
It's a bit of a soggy start for Emma, who's only managed a quarter of a slice of toast and a spoonful of cereal.
I think she could have tried a little bit harder. It weren't the best effort.
Maybe lunch will give Emma something to really get her teeth into.
Sorry.
A supersized ham sandwich, sausage roll and crisps, and for Joe, a packet of corn puffs and a lolly.
Emma, that's ridiculous for lunch.
That's rather big for a lunch.
How do you live? Right.
Enjoy. That gives me quite a lot of energy, actually, that drumstick.
It can't be good for your teeth. You're going to try your sausage roll?
I'm not a massive fan of sausage, if I'm honest.
But Jo is, along with a whole array of other processed meat. In just 1 month, she gets through 22 sausages, 44 slices of ham, 13 rashers of bacon, 9 pork pies and 9 sausage rolls. Dr. Christian wants to show her exactly what goes into all the processed meat she's eating and what damage it could be doing to her health.